Though the adventurers manage to rescue Melodia, the End Magnus from the celestial tree goes missing. Distrust begins to brew among them. And with that, welcome back everybody to Let's Play Baten Kaitos Eternal's Wings on the Lost Ocean. In the last episode, we went through the Shrine of Spirits, the Necron, the Nectron, I can't remember the name of the thing. The Shrine of Spirits, and we fought a monster that was brought up by our quarrel with Giacomo and his goons, and we found out that our End Magnus in our possession is missing. And people are starting to think, our party is starting to distrust each other, thinking that we stole it. Quite an eventful episode last episode. In today's episode, we are going to be going to Duke Calbren's manor. Now that we've rescued Melodia, she wants us to meet Duke Calbren. Maybe we can ask him about the End Magnus here in Mira. So in order to get to the next area, we were here, Nekton. Think that's how you say Nekton. Anyways, you go from here, and you go all the way around the corner here to Balancoire, the Borough of Illusion. This town looks normal for the most part, compared to the other villages. All the other villages had like some weird thing associated with it. Balancoire, Borough of Illusion. I like this place. This is a pretty neat place. Hey, is that you, Callus? Where have you been all this time? What are you up to these days? Hey, long time no see. It's so good to see you. Remember when we used to hang out? You, me, and Trill? Let's get together sometime and chat about the good old days, okay? You're such an important friend to Callus that you don't even have a name. Yeah, it's like, apparently this is Callus's childhood friends, but they never named him or gave him a photograph like Trill. So he's not really that important of a character, I guess. This might surprise you, but I'm working now. Just a job at the local Magnus shop. Nothing fancy, but a job's a job, right? Remember our childhood expeditions forging for Magnus? I guess it's helping me out now. Come by the shop if you have time. We've got a nice selection. Alright, let's go to the Magnus shop, I guess. Welcome to my shop. Let me see what you got, lady. Got shish kebabs, cool. But you're also selling apple pie and slice. This is kind of just extra experience points you can buy for your character. It gives you 300 XP. It's only usable once. And then you got a mini cream puff, which increases your defense by 20. That's pretty good. There's that Tekken item we got in the last episode. Mayflies. Persimmons, I think that's how you say. I've always had a hard time saying this fruit's name. Persimmons. Restores 225 HP. That's pretty good. You got Slipjack, Chunk of Ice. You also got Dark Flare level 3 and Chronos Blow level 3. That's good. I'm gonna go ahead and buy out your stock. I'll be like that one clip.
I'll take your entire stock!
I could buy your entire stock. Yeah, I love that clip. It always makes me laugh every time I see it. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of clean her out right now. I know it's kind of low on money, but you know it's always good to be safe and sorry. Do I have? No, I sold everything last episode that I had. I forgot. Okay, so now we got a couple of items. I can kind of like fix my deck a little bit. I say a little bit, it's not really that big of a upgrade. We'll get rid of that, and we'll put the other Tekken that we have in there. What healing items does everybody have? I think... How's everybody's healing items looking? Liud's got a lot. Holy crap, I forgot how many he's got. Might actually trade him some here. Let's get rid of the honey, and let's have Liud get rid of... I guess one of his curries is fine. What can he put in place of that? I do have a brilliant horn. We can put that in there. Gabari, let's give him one of the curries that we just got rid of. There we go. Callus. I think I need to start, like retiring my honeys for the most part because they only heal by 80. I know I can use it to make more chestnuts, but that's fine. I can do that off screen if I have to. We got Chronos Blow and Darkness Blare, but I'm going to keep those away because, like I said before, I'm kind of thinking about mixing Shella's deck a little bit. I might do that off screen. I think our Frozen Custard turned into Custard Pudding. That's actually a really good healing item. Man, goodness. Sure, why not? Let's get rid of the honey and put the Custard Pudding in. There we go. Okay, cool. I think that's everything. I think we got everything that we need right now. Okay, cool. Alright. Alright, so first order of business, before we do anything, I want to show this off. We're going to, before we do anything, we're going to head towards the Duke's Manor. You'll understand why when we get there. Once we get to the Duke's Manor and we kind of get up here to this part, do not come any closer. This is the manor of Duke Calbren, the Grand Duke of Mira. We cannot allow strangers to enter. I must ask you to leave immediately. Following the recent abduction of Lady Melodia, we have tightened security around the manor. Unless you have acquaintances living in the manor, I must ask that you leave the premises immediately. I don't believe this. We're the ones who saved her. It seems Melodia hasn't returned yet. All we can do is wait for her to get back. Let's go look around town until then. Yeah, so you won't be able to advance into the manor with the plot until you do a couple of, like, you can, like, put down a couple of flags on the story a little bit before we can go in there. Namely, we have to do what Shella suggested. We have to go around talking to people in town. Our first flag is to probably come over here and talk to these people over here near the water thing here, where next to the whale is. It's sent to watch over the waterway since we know it's flood during the severe rain. Recently, a poly whale wandered out into it from who knows where and became a big hit with the townspeople. We need to take care of its captivity, but some people would find that cruel and object. To be honest with you, I'm kind of lost at what to do. This little whale here that's in here is going to be very important later. Just keep in mind that Polly the whale is right there. Yeah, that whale is that whale's called Polly whale. I heard that creature's called the Polly whale. It has such cute eyes. He's very popular in the town. Everyone calls him Polly the Polly whale. I wonder if he'll foster him a collective effort, you know, as the citizens of Balancoire. Yeah, these little children really like Polly. Oh, look, it's a Polly whale. It's so cute. I wish I could keep one as a pet. We call him Polly because he's a nice ring to it than when it's said with Polly whale. It's so cute. I like Polly whale. You can't really talk to him right now. It's Polly the Polly whale. Polly. I love so cute. But we want to talk to this person in particular. You! Who are you again? Yes, I remember now. You're that unruly whippersnapper Callus. I haven't seen you around lately. So, what have you been up to? What are you doing back in Balancoire? Did you come back to live here? The city certainly would liven up with you running around here again. Say, why don't you marry that girl from the diner? What's her name? What was her name? Trill, was it now? Get married, huh? Tell ya, Callus, you're quite the ladies' man. Trill, that's the hyperactive, the spirited girl we met at the confectionery village. She was very friendly to Callus. I see, you'll marry her. Callus, is that true? No way, she's only a childhood friend. Don't go spreading rumors, old man. Sorry, I just remembered some of your old pranks and wanted to pay you back for your mischief. Well, you were good friends. There's not much difference. Sheesh, whatever. Yeah, you kind of have to talk to him about it, because if you couldn't tell, this is Callus's hometown. This is where he used to live. Him and Trill and everybody else used to live. But our second, if we talk to this, did you know that Balancoire is called the Borough of Illusion? Just take a look around you. The mist here of the town is constantly thickening and thinning. It's almost as almost organic quality to it. Sometimes the mist here becomes so dense that the entire city is just an enshrouded haze. Gosh, that was hard to say. With this mysterious mist all around, it's easy to see why Balancoire is called the Borough of Illusion, isn't it? By the way, I hear Diadem is called the Land of Clouds. I can just picture beautiful clouds floating gracefully along those cobbled paths. It must have been so much more beautiful than our slithering mist. Oh, just once I'd like to see the beautiful clouds of Diadem. And of course, you know, our thing pops up saying, hey, this is a quest. We don't have a cloud from Diadem. This is a quest we're going to have to do later when we have access to moving around the continents. But our next stop is we want to come in here. And this is kind of easy to miss, this place is. Let's go ahead and check our areas around here, see if there's anything around here. Decorative waistband doesn't seem local design. Usually in the desks or something. No. Dresser. Something underneath underwear. Millinery. That's another defense item. Can I put that in someone's deck? I think Savina might have one. No, she doesn't. Okay. Heat jackets, 53. Shaco's 24. Let's get rid of the Shaco. Put the millinery in. There we go. Yeah, we can do the stoke flame, but we don't need it. Don't need the stoke flame right now. I think there's something else in here. Something inside the tall pot. You obtain sugarcane. Yay, sugarcane. I think that's it. I think that's it, everything in here. But anyways, we want to talk to the people in this room. Oh, hi, Callus. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you've been doing well for yourself. I gotta tell you, life in town sure has changed for the worse once your family was gone. Your grandfather had such a knack for repairing things. The tools and gadgets that he'd fixed sprang back to life. It was as if your grandfather poured a bit of his soul in those inanimate machines. These days, broken things are just thrown away. The repair shops around here are just mishandle your broken items and give them back to you even more busted up. I wish you would open a shop like your grandfather and settle down here in Balancoire. I don't think Callus is the tinkering type, though. Callus, you came back. Your face brings back old memories. I remember the day 12 years ago when you first arrived in this town. You all arrived together, you and your grandfather and your brother. What was his name? Was it Fee? Your grandfather had taken you homeless boys in and provided for everyone by fixing gadgets. I'm almost the age he was then, and I really admire him. Not everyone can do what he did. If only that accident hadn't happened. Those awful flames consumed everything. Yes, you were the only one who survived. There's also a doctor who arrived with you. Doctor stayed for a while, and then he was gone. I wonder what became of him. Oh, I'm sorry. Now that I'm old, it seems that all I can do is talk about the past. I'm glad to see you again, Callus. Enjoy your stay here. This is your hometown, after all. I feel bad for that old man. Make yourselves a home. You're welcome to stay if you want. Oh, okay, she doesn't really have anything. But anyways, the flag we need to do is we need to talk to this guy. He talks about Callus's hometown. There's a couple places around town we need to visit before we can gain access to the manor. I couldn't think there for a second. Lady Melodia always looks full of life. Not to mention, she's very young and cheerful. Oh, that's right. You don't know. You weren't living in Mira back then. Before, she wasn't as bubbly as she is today. It was back when my son was born, so 9 years ago. Her entire family was stricken by a deadly illness. Her parents passed away, and her ladyship barely recovered. Lady Melodia had become such a healthy young girl that it's hard to believe she had near-fatal illness. I can't believe she almost died. I'm sorry to hear of her parents passing, but we're all fortunate at least she was able to recover. Yes, you're right. If Lady Melodia had died, Duke Calbren would have been left all by himself. That's sad. Before we do anything, let's go in this house here. Welcome to Trill's Diner. Today's special is very reasonably priced, I think. If you don't mind, please come in and try our... Oh, never mind. The poor guy. But we want to come in here. This is Trill's Family Diner. And there's a couple things we can do in here. Diner's old man is sure is a great cook. How can I put it? The taste is persistent, yet not obstinate. Bold, yet not obnoxious. Nah, it's just impossible to describe. Once you taste it, you'll know what I mean. I can hardly wait for my meal. But we want to talk to these people right here. All you ever talk about is money, money, money. Can't we talk about something else? I'm aware I can't afford to buy you nice things, but don't rub it in so much. I've always worked hard so that someday I'll be able to buy you that golden nugget. As you can tell, that we have a golden nugget in inventory. Do you remember that golden Caraspace we got in the Celestial Tree? If you let it age into a golden nugget, you can do this quest. And this quest has 2 outcomes. It's kind of neat. Dear, have you heard this rumor? They say the entire city of Mintaka glows with the extravagant golden hue. I wonder how rich the Empire is. I'm not really interested in the outside world, but this is one thing I'd like to know more about. And you can either give the gold nugget to the woman or her husband. Either option gives you a different Magnus, and they're kind of like not that many in each. You can still get it. It's not missable. But I also need to remind you, like, what you get is kind of important. If you give this guy... Okay, so... Sorry, I had to make sure I got my info right here. But if you give the golden nugget to the man here, he will reward you with a deluxe pastry, which is a item that will increase your character's HP by 120 points permanently. So it's like a quick, like, little boost to your HP to whatever character you give it to. But if you give it to the woman, his wife, she will give you a deluxe cream puff, which is a item that increases the defense by 10 points permanently to whatever character you give. So it's really up to you which choice you want. I'm going to go with the HP one because I frankly like that one better. I'm going to go ahead and give it to him. But yeah, you can do this as soon as you get the golden beetle Caraspace to evolve into a gold nugget. You come up here and you give it to him. He's like, oh my god, you got it for me. What? You want to give this to me? Give me this golden nugget? No, I can't give my wife a gift I received from someone else. Okay, I know what. I'll give you this. I'll give this to you in return. Then we can be an even trade. Now I'll be able to accept your gold nugget guilt-free. It gives you a deluxe pastry. And that's that. That's what the gold nugget's for this quest. But yeah, like if we come up here and use our Magnus here, we have a couple probably boost items here. We have the apple pie slice, which will increase your experience points. Let us give that to... Sabina's a little bit behind, so we'll give that to her. And the deluxe pastry, we will give it to... Shella. There we go. Okay. There we go. So we can get that guilt-free, but... if you come over here, I think, a couple... I'm trying to think if there's, like, items we can pick up in this area here. Notice something wedged between the barrel. There we go. We got deluxe fruit drink. We can't call it wine. We can't call it, you know, anything else, because we censor for whatever reason. Let us get rid of... I'll get rid of the shrimp because I know that eventually is going to turn into rotten fish. So I'll put that in there. Okay. But if we come back behind here, I think there might be something else here. I think, anyways. I think it's just the stoke. Oh, no, there it is. Yep. Bacon. Fresh bacon. But if we talk to this lady here, this is Trill's mom. We can talk to her if I can. There we go. Oh my, Callus, is that you? How have you been? Have you been eating well? If you ever get hungry, don't be shy. We've got a restaurant after all. I'm always so worried about you. Oh, that's so nice. At least, you know, Trill's mom still worries about Callus. But we want to talk to her father. Oh, Callus, what a surprise. It's been a long time. How have you been? I'm afraid Trill isn't here right now. She left home for the confectionery village to study to become a pastry cook. Yeah, I know. I saw her in Parnasse. You already met her? I'm glad to hear that. She's really been worried about you. Will you try her cooking when she gets back? She's still not a good cook, but I'm sure she'll enjoy cooking for you. Yeah, it seems like that, but we want to talk to him again. Hey, Callus, I want to ask you a favor. How about it? Of course. Sure, no problem. What can I do for you? It's about our new employee. We hired him to attract customers, but he's just too timid. He whispers welcome in a tiny voice, barely more audible than a Parnassian mosquito's flapping wings. I want you to show him how to do his job. He's standing right outside the shop. Yeah, we saw him before we came in here. Can you give him a pep talk and maybe a few pointers? Come back in here when you're done. I'll have little something waiting for you. I'm counting on you. Alright, so let's go do that. Let's go outside and give this guy a pep talk. Yeah, we come over here and talk to him. Welcome to Trill's Diner. Today's special is very reasonable priced, I think. If you don't mind, please come and try our... Oh, never mind. Hey, what are you doing? Are you trying to attract customers or drive them away? Huh, yes, I'm sorry. Pitiful. Trill's father asked me to show you how to attract customers. Listen up, because I'm gonna give you some tips, okay? What? Thank you. I'm sorry about the trouble. No problem. Just do as I say, alright? Let's begin the lesson. First of all, your voice should be a shout, not too loud, like a whisper. Obviously, we don't want it to be a shout. You want to attract customers. Got it? Secondly, it's very important to focus on your sales pitch. For example, great tasting food, reasonable prices, great atmosphere. Either one of these options is pretty good, but frankly, when I go to a restaurant, I want great tasting food. Keep those two rules in mind, then you'll have customers coming in droves. I understand. I'll give it a try. Ahem. 3, 2, 1. Welcome. Great tasting food right here. Come and get it at Trill's Diner. He's doing something. Is he doing something wrong? You can either change it. He needs more energy. He needs more charm. That was awful. Or that was perfect. If you want to change any of the things, you can say either one of these options here. But I think that was good. So we'll go ahead and say that's perfect. And that's all. Keep that in mind, and I hope you got it. I did. Thank you for your help. I'll use what you taught me and do my best. And with that, we've helped him get better at this. I feel like a new person now. Thank you so much for helping me. I feel good that we got him over his timidness. But we come up back here and talk to Trill's dad again. Hey, great effort. I heard from outside. You did a great job. Now that you talked to him, I think he'll do a much better job. Here, that little something I promised earlier. Come on now. You did a good job. I want you to have it. And he gives us the scorpion beret. This item is missable. This quest will go away. Make sure you do this quest when you first come here. I just want to let you know that's a missable Magnus. So we want to make sure you get that before you go any further. I don't know why I healed there. Oops. That it was for Savina. There we go. That increased all her ailment protections. That's good. But yeah, you want to do this quest as soon as you get to here to Balancoire. Then when you do it, you'll get that as a reward. Like I said, that's a missable Magnus, and I think that's the last one here in Mira that we can get at the moment. I think that's the last total Abyssal Magnus we can get here, Mira. Anyways, now that we've done all that, let's walk into this house. And let's ransack this house. Notice something in the leaves. You get a cedar tree. That is actually kind of a good item for SP combos. That's used for SP combos for a lot of things. But I will tell you right now, it will evolve into something else. I think it evolves into cedar pine sap or something like that. Anyways, we got a pot of hot air. Much like my life. I'm just a bunch of hot air. Actually, it's just called a pot of air. I don't even know what that does, to be perfectly honest. I always see that item, I'm like, what does this even do? It's got a wind element. Oh, it does an attack of 8 with 5 wind damage. It's not even that useful. I guess it's used to extend combos. That's about it. Is there anything else in this house? I can't remember. Let's see if there's anything else interactable here. You occasionally hear a growl. I love that. That's funny. Anything on the desk? On the table? No. You can get stoked flames here. We don't need it. Alright. I don't think there's anything else in this house. Anyways, we want to talk to the old lady here. Wow, you just came in time. Care to hear an old woman's tale? I'm sure you'll like it. She's voiced too, so we know this is an important cutscene. A long, long time ago, Mira was just another island floating in the sky. But one day, a swirling whirlpool engulfed the land and Mira fell into a dimensional rift. Mira was about to sink into the abyss so deep that there was no hope of it ever emerging again. It was then a group of mysterious wizards appeared from the depths of the earth. The wizards, calling themselves the Guardians, saved Mira somehow. The Guardians spoke these words to my ancestors. Five great evils lie buried in this world. None shall ever attempt to unearth them. Should they be unsealed, all 5 evils unleashed, our world will succumb to an everlasting curse of the evil god Malpercio. Malpercio will never be restored to his full might. The Guardians destroyed his evil in its entirety. However, should the white-winged darkness alight upon this land, the world will disappear without a sound, swallowed by a maelstrom of chaos. This story is from the dream of the great whale, wise and old. It goes back for ages before the continents rose into the sky, when earth, ocean, and man still lived as one. What happens after that is no longer known. Our only hope is the ocean, long lost. Find us, O mighty ocean, and forgive us. Our only hope is the ocean, long lost. I'd never heard of that story before. Most people these days don't know of it. The young seldom listen to the musings of the elderly, wouldn't you say? I figure the 5 great evils must be referring to the End Magnus. 5 End Magnus holding the power of Malpercio, wicked god of death and destruction. It sounds a lot like the King's story in Diadem. But what was that part about Malpercio never being restored fully and the white-winged darkness? Since the Guardians completely destroyed Malpercio, he can never be resurrected. But what about the 5 great evils, or End Magnus rather, being unleashed, and awakening of Malpercio's curse? What could it possibly be? And when the 5 End Magnus are unleashed, releasing a white-winged darkness, and maelstrom of chaos will envelop the world. I know this is a prophecy, or should I say a warning. but I still don't understand what it all means. That's the nature of prophecy. We will know when the time comes. Yet, wouldn't it be too late by then? Well, it's an old legend. We no longer know how much of it's actually true. Don't worry yourselves too much. And there we go. Okay, so now, as soon as we've triggered all those flags... Yep, there we go. Little cutscene will play. It's Lady Melodia. She's back. The lady is safe. I hope they didn't harm you, milady. I'm fine. Thank you for your concern. Lady Melodia, we're so relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Milady, Lord Calbren is expecting you. We should head for the manor. Very well. Let us go then. And once you've activated all those, now we can go inside Duke Calbren's manor. But as soon as we head to it, another cutscene will play. Why did that one-winged freak come back anyways? Malformed wings are the direct result of a malformed heart. His soul must have been tainted at birth. Yeah, what a miserable cursed life. That fire 2 years ago, he must have caused that too. Poor old Georg. He never should have adopted that kid. Talking about callous. Callous? Huh. Nah, it's nothing. I'm used to it. People say those things all the time. Doesn't make it right, though. It's like... I don't know, that... like making fun of disabled. The disabled. That's not right, man. Alright, so now we can head into Duke Calbren's manor. It says, please accept my apologies for earlier insolence. If I had known you were the ones who had saved Lady Melodia, I would have let you pass immediately. I was just worked up about the vile abduction incident at the time. Please forgive me. It's all good, man. Alright, let's head inside. The Duke's Manor. Welcome. Thank you for taking the time to visit us. Welcome, travelers. I heard it was you who rescued my Melodia. I am truly grateful. Your other friends arrived a bit earlier. Other friend? What other friend? I have a bad feeling about that. All of us here at the mansion bid you a warm welcome. Please join the Duke upstairs. That's just Peachy. I love her name. That's so funny. Anyways, let's investigate the manor a little bit before we do that. There's a couple things we can get. I think all this is just stagnant water. Yeah, we can just get stagnant water from this. This is just a pool. We don't need this. But I think we can we investigate the flower plots? No. Okay. We'll talk to you. It says, you are the ones who saved Lady Melodia, are you not? Welcome to our manor. The staff of the manor exceeds our warmest welcome. Alright, let's go inside this room. This room is kind of important a little bit. It's kind of like a museum and such. But we want to investigate this drum here. The instrument crafted by the hollowing trees, searching goat skin across the top of the... trying to rope around its body. But is another constellation, Magnus. Pisces Austrinius. I think that's how you... Pisces Austrinius. I think there's another thing here. Not too sure. A bunch of stuff you can look and see. I don't think there's anything else in here. Notice something hiding in the shadow. Never mind, there's something in here. Offering box. I think that's another thing we use in our SP combos, if I remember correctly. Alright, so we want to head upstairs, and Duke Calbren's, like, audience room is right there in the middle. Let's go in the other rooms first. I think this is Duke Calbren's, like, library and stuff like that. But, let's investigate. We can see stuff here for Uncle. Love that. That's funny. Frame picture of young Melodia. You notice something hidden behind the photo stand. Obtain the Magnus, the silent woman. Yet another Magnus that probably used in SP combos. Is there anything in here? In here, maybe? Yep. This is important. This is secret recipe 5. We got the 5th secret recipe, so that's good. That was hidden in that bookshelf there. And now we come across here. This is Lady Melodia's room. I know, it's kind of a little taboo when we look through her bedroom here. Stare at the beautiful painting rose is not bad. Perhaps one of Melodia's works. Is there anything on the couch? Comfy chair. Inside is a sleet straw. That's hard to say. That's equipment for the women. Is there anything else in here? I can't remember. Large frame photo. Melodia catches your eye. She's dancing elegantly in the photo. Cosmetic items. See a shelf with drawers. Inside you'll find standard desk supplies, papers, pens, and scissors. And let's investigate her bed. You see a soft, comfy looking bed. There's something hidden underneath it. And you get the Tearless Mermaid. That is surprisingly deceptive because that item is actually a healing item. It also increases your defense by 20. So, honestly, I usually give this to Shella. She usually kind of buffs everybody a little bit. Let's get rid of Darkness level 2 here. And let's put that in her deck. There we go. Okay. We can also get rid of the sheet scroll. I can never say that. It's hard for me to say that. Chronos level 2. Let's get rid of that. Put this in there. There we go. Okay. Alright. So, now that we got everything, now we can go talk to Duke Calbren. Oh look, the great Mizuti's here. You late, all of you. It's you, what are you doing here? The great Mizuti is here to protect the very important bowl. Know you were coming. News, because she has Earth Sphere. The important bow? The Earth Sphere? What are you talking about? Lord Calbren, I have reason to believe you may know something about the End Magnus in this land. We have a little time left. Emperor Geldenblame is plotting to release the 5 End Magnus and resurrect Malpertio. Please tell us, where is the End Magnus now? I was just asking Grandfather the same question. Please, Grandfather, tell us what you know. The End Magnus are unique, very dangerous and powerful. They are not to be disturbed. Melodia told me what happened, but is Emperor Geldenblame really trying to tame them? Yes. 3 of the 5 End Magnus are already in his possession. Is that so? The Emperor must not realize how dangerous those things are. Long ago, the End Magnus sealed here was discovered by one of my ancestors, a historian. He found it in the mystical garden and then sealed it by accident. This is why it was what shifted Mira to waver across the boundary between the dimensions. The End Magnus now lies under this manor, heavily protected. In the basement? I would have never thought. I knew I'd have to tell you about this someday, Melodia. It is a dark legacy handed down from generation to generation by the Dukes of Mira. Yet, till now, I didn't have the heart to tell you about it. I wish we could simply forget about it and just leave it sealed underground forever. Grandfather, if this is the duty of the birthright of our lineage, I will gladly take over the responsibility. Please don't worry. I will bear the burden of my heritage. Melodia, I'm glad to hear that. The Dukery of Mira has a worthy heir. The entrance is in our ancestors' shrine room. There's a hidden door that leads underground. You should have told her earlier. Things would have been so much easier. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Giacomo. The Emperor's men? Does your Emperor truly intend to unseal all the End Magnus? Doesn't he realize what would happen to the world? That is what bring ruin to the civilization yet again? We will know in due time. I will be relieving you of your precious End Magnus. No, we must stop them. Yeah, looks like Giacomo's already on the move here. Talk to him. Says, hurry. The room downstairs. She only seems to be unconscious. It's nothing serious. They headed for the underground passage. I tried to stop them, but I couldn't even slow them down. I'm so sorry. It's alright. Too powerful. We're too late. Huh? What is this? Grandfather. Thanks, Mizuti. This is no good. They're trying to wake it. The great Mizuti must hurry. Wait, what in the world are you? Callus, that can wait. We have to go after the End Magnus. Yeah, right. Okay then, Mizuti. Let's go together. And we finally get another party member. Mizuti has joined the party. Yeah, Mizuti is a party member. And strange thing about Mizuti's deck build is the exact same as Shella's. Mizuti is a spellcaster. They prefer to use, they're pretty much the same as Shella. They have the same like defense items, same magic items. And this is what I was talking about, how I was thinking about splitting up spells between Shella and only having her cast certain elements. Because now we have Mizuti, we can kind of like alternate it and we won't run into the problem of mixing elements with our elemental attacks. So as you can see, Mizuti has a bunch of like level 3 stuff already. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of edit this deck, and Mizuti comes with Sacred Water and a Holy Grail. So that's really good. I don't know why they got rotten meat in their deck here. They got dried persimmons, a frozen tangerine, and custard pudding. They also got Magic Beans Death. This item's kind of weird because every couple minutes it'll change into something else that causes a status. So if you want more entries in your collection, you just have to keep this in your deck. Don't sell this because this gives you a lot of pages in your collection here. But yeah, Mizuti is kind of the same build as Shella. So what level is Mizuti at? Let me see. Oh, Mizuti is only level 22. So we're gonna definitely use them. I think I'm gonna put Shella into the party here. There we go. We'll do that. But before we do anything, we can come down here real quick We're not gonna follow Giacomo right now. But if we come down here into this drainage pipe down here, yeah, there's a bunch of rats down here. It says, look, it's shaking its head. These rats are kind of important. Just remember they're here. That'll be for later. But let's grab this treasure chest, and inside is a robe of firelight. So that can also go into Mizuti's deck. I think I'm actually going to get rid of the rotten meat. We're going to put that in their deck. There we go. Also, a bunch of yells. I don't really use those. Voice, don't really use that. I think I'm going to use Kronos and Darkness in their deck, so. I might put the Slipjack in there, too. Okay. I'll fix that up in the next episode. But if you keep going forward here, that'll lead to the dungeon where the End Magnus is. I don't want to do that right now. We're gonna probably end this episode because we've already watched a lot of cutscenes in this episode already. I kind of knew this was gonna be a cutscene heavy episode, but I hate leaving them and then they're all like, "Oh, we need to hurry." Giacomo can wait. Giacomo will be all right. Nothing will happen. But we're gonna go to the flower because we did get a constellation, Magnus. I'm really surprised this music keeps playing during this segment here. The suspense music. Let's visit the church real quick. And let's turn in our star fragment. We won't have any level ups because we didn't battle anything in this episode, so. Here you go. Pisces Austrinius. I have really bad pronunciation. You all know this, so if I pronunciate anything wrong, I am so sorry. And I hope I don't offend anybody. Okay, what do we have for this one? Thank you. Please take a small token of our gratitude. We get a brilliant horn. Cool. Another thing for Liud. Okay, that's it. Alrighty, so now we're pretty much set up for the next episode. So, I'm going to say this right now, like, in between episodes, I'm going to fix up Shella's and Mizuti's deck to be how I want it to be, because like I said, I kind of want Mizuti and Shella to focus on 3 elements of their own, kind of, so they're not opposing each other. It makes it a little bit easier to play that way, in my opinion, with these 2 characters. So I might have Shella focus on water, wind, and light. I might have Mizuti focus on fire, Kronos, and darkness. So I think that's how the play's gonna go for right now. Granted, the specials are always gonna be different elements, so I'll just have to keep that in mind whenever I'm using them. But I think that's the play, and I'm gonna do that in between episodes. So actually, before we end the episode, I kind of look at my collection so far. Do we have everything so far? I think we do, for the most part. Do I have any blank spots? I don't think I do. I think I'm all good here. Well, we do have one there, but I know what that is. So, don't need to worry about that. I think we're all good for the most part. We've got all the pictures that we need, I think. I don't know why that flyer's down here, all the way down here. It's so weird that it's all the way separated from everything. Boss-wise, we got Sikri. I know what that one is. That one's later. We didn't miss anything. Okay, good. We're good. Okie dokie. With that, so in the next episode of Let's Play Baten Kaitos Eternal Wings Lost Ocean, we're going to go down into the dungeon underneath Duke Calbren's manor. So with that, I'll see you guys in the next episode.